breaking update coming in. Mexico's most wanted drug lord, Mencho, has been killed. He was the leader of the most feared drug cartel that has been killed during a security operation to arrest him. Wounded during the raid, he died while being transported to the Mexico City. Mencho's death marked the government's most significant victory in the anti-cartel campaign and a major development to present to Donald Trump administration. Now, the fallout is such that the operation triggered violent retaliation across multiple Mexican states. Cartel members set vehicles on fire, blocked the highways and caused widespread panic in several states, is what we are learning. On that, let me go across to my colleague Rishabh, who's been tracking all the details. Good morning, Rishabh. We are learning that Mexico's most wanted drug lord, Mencho, has been killed. He was the leader of the most feared drug cartel there in the country. Tell us who he was and the action that has been taken.
Well, what we're given to understand that Mencho was the new generation drug cartel leader, one of the most feared drug cartel leader in Mexico, who was initially injured, and while he was being taken to Mexico City, flown to Mexico City for that matter, he died. And now what we are given to understand that because of this, there's unrest in various parts of Mexico as well. And this is quite common, Akansha. If we talk about Mexico, whenever military acts against the drug cartel, they go like this and they ensure that there is an unrest, there is roadblocks, there is blockage of a supply chain to pressure the military to stop their action. And that is something, again, we are seeing in Mexico. Indian Embassy in Mexico City has also being swift and have asked all the Indian nationals to A, avoid going out, and B, avoid any area which is under unrest.
Absolutely, and that's a warning that India in fact has given to the Indian citizens living there. Take us through what has been said as far as Indian government is concerned.
Well, what we are given to understand right now that the Indian Mexico has tweeted that dear all Indian nationals in Mexico, there are ongoing security operations and related road blockages and criminal activities. Indian nationals in Jesilo state and areas around it are asked not to move out, should shelter in place until further notice. That is something which has been very clear, that one should not venture around and should take shelter until further notice. That is something that is very, very important.
All right, stay on with us, Rishabh. We are learning that the operation triggered violent retaliation across multiple Mexican states. The cartel members set vehicles on fire, they blocked the highways and caused widespread panic in several states of Mexico, is what we're learning. And after that, India has issued a warning to the Indian citizens living there. An advisory has been issued, which goes on to mention they are all Indian nationals in Mexico. There are ongoing security operations and related road blockages and criminal activity. Indian nationals in and around that area, areas have been mentioned there. They have been advised to, in fact, they should shelter in place until the further notice. Action to take, and that is the advisory that has been given. Avoid areas around the law enforcement activity. So let me take you through what India and Mexico, the advisory that has been issued. They are all Indian nationals in Mexico. There are ongoing security operations and related road blockages and criminal activity. Indian nationals in these states that have been mentioned here, they have been asked they should take shelter in places until further notice. Action to take right now, they should avoid areas around the law enforcement activity. Beware of your surroundings, seek shelter and minimize the movement outside your shelter. Monitor local media for updates. Follow the direction of the local authorities, and in case of emergency, call on this number. Avoid any crowded area. Keep family and friend advised of the location and well-being. And that is the fallout of what really happened there. We're learning that highways have been blocked and several vehicles in several states of Mexico, they've also been set on fire after the drug lord has been killed by the military operation. With this, a short break.